want to switch over now to Sam McCarthy. He is a writer for the Washington Stand, and I can't move on or conclude the day without, of course, we've talked about it, but the passing of the Pope and where we go from here. Sam, thank you for joining us on Washington Watch.
Jody, thanks very much for having me. It's really good to be on the show again.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you. All right, so the Pope, as we all know, passed away on Monday morning. The Catholic Church now will begin the process of trying to determine who the next Pope is going to be. It's a papal conclave scheduled to begin, I think, here in a couple of weeks. Kind of bring us up to speed, Sam. What's the process going to look like? How is this going to begin to unfold?
Yeah, well, right now the Catholic Church is in a period of 9 days of official mourning and prayer for Pope Francis. His funeral is slated to be at the end of this week. Following the funeral, there's a couple of days of preparations that go into this. There's the convening of the College of Cardinals. A lot of the cardinals have already begun to arrive. Cardinals are the ones who enter into the papal conclave and they elect the next pope, typically from amongst their own members, but officially it can actually be any baptized adult male Catholic. So theoretically, could be me. Not likely, but that process typically starts about 15 days after the death of the Pope, because there's that period of prayer and mourning. It's a few days of preparation where the cardinals, one of the interesting things is that Pope Francis didn't really convene the College of Cardinals over the past decade, essentially. So a lot of these guys, especially the new ones, don't know each other. They haven't sat down and had conversations with each other. Their only exposure to each other, if any, has been through news and media reports. So there's not a lot that they actually know about each other. So these preparatory days will be crucial before they actually go into the conclave. They seal themselves in the Sistine Chapel. It's just the cardinals. And they debate, they take votes, and you need 2/3 majority vote in order to be elected the next pope.
Well, let me ask you this, and we've only got about a minute or so left. The politics involved. You're actually writing a piece right now about this, the politics in the papal conclave. Tell us a little bit about that. What's involved politically, if we can say it that way?
Yeah, so I think one of the interesting things that you see with a lot of news outlets, especially right now, covering this, and I think part of this is because Pope Francis was, God rest his soul, he was rather ideological in some of his decisions, some of his administrative choices, some of his, especially his off-the-cuff statements, were somewhat ideological. And so a lot of people are framing this almost in terms of American politics, with this left-right dichotomy, when really it transcends the left-right dichotomy, and it can't really be classified in the terms of, say, an American presidential election. So I just think that it's important to understand that this isn't going to be, a Republican and a Democrat cardinal facing off against each other. It's a much more nuanced and complex and really transcendental process than that.
It really is. And listen, we all know there's going to be a lot of key issues, responsibilities that the next pope will have, and they'll have to grapple with. Sam McCarthy, thank you so much for taking time to join us today on Washington Watch.
Thanks, Jody.